Today, I'm going to teach you a phrase that will make you very popular in Japanese. We will learn a super useful grammar form, masenka, which is perfect for inviting friends and those around you to do things together. By the end of this lesson, you'll confidently be able to extend invitations in Japanese, and as a bonus, we'll cover how to politely accept and decline the offers. Alright, let's get started and learn this form. The form is called masenka form. It is a negative interrogative form, which is a negative question form, and you can use any verb here to invite your friends to do this activity together. Since the masenka form is used when inviting someone to do something with you, it naturally requires an action verb. You can't use this form with a sentence that ends in desu because there's no action being suggested. For example, 私は学生です. I'm a student doesn't contain any action verb, so masenka cannot be used. However, when a sentence ends with masu, you can use it to make an invitation. For instance, if you want to invite your friend to eat with you, you can say, 食べませんか? Shall we eat? To form masenka form, we use the negative interrogative form. So first, make a negative form by changing mas to masen. And we change that into an interrogative form, a question form, by adding ka at the end. You can use any verb here. To form this structure, take the stem of the verb, the part of the verb without masu, and add masen to make it negative, and then add ka at the end to turn it into a question. And by using the rising intonation at the end, you're turning the question into an invitation to do the activity together. Let's try making the masenka form with some familiar verbs. Okay, my favorite activity, eating. How do you invite someone to eat together? 食べませんか? 食べませんか? Make sure you raise the intonation at the end to turn it into an invitation. Without the rising intonation, like 食べませんか? It's just a negative question. So repeat after me. 食べませんか? 食べませんか? Okay, how would you say, do you want to drink coffee? コーヒーを飲みませんか? コーヒーを飲みませんか? Okay, how about the verb, do verb? Let's say, why don't we study Japanese? How do you say that? そうです。日本語を勉強しませんか? 日本語を勉強しませんか? いいですね。Let's try using some less familiar verbs. These are words you might not encounter until later lessons in your textbook. I've included these more advanced verbs on purpose so you can practice turning any verb into the masenka form. They are 作る to make. What is the masenka form of this verb? 作りませんか? そうです。Next one. 始める to begin or to start. 始めませんか? Okay, and then last one is 待つ to wait. 待ちませんか？そうです。Another new word that I want you to add to your vocabulary list is 一緒に、一緒に, which means together. It's a great word to remember when using the masenka form because it emphasizes that you're inviting someone to do an activity with you. For example, when you ask 食べませんか? Shall we eat? Adding 一緒に makes it even clearer. 一緒に食べませんか? Shall we eat together? Using 一緒に makes your invitation sound more friendly and inclusive, so make sure to add it to your vocabulary list for future practice. The translation for the masenka form can be either formal or casual depending on the situation. In a more formal setting like the office, this form is polite enough to use with your coworkers. For example, you could invite them to a meeting by saying ミーティングをしませんか? Which translates to would you like to join the meeting? In a casual situation, masenka can be translated as do you want to do something? So it is flexible for both formal and casual invitation. You probably have already noticed that in English, you use the verb want to say, do you want to eat pizza? Do you want to drink coffee? Do you want to do this or do you want to do that? But with Japanese, you can simply bring the action verb you wish to do with friends, and you don't need to worry about using the verb want in the sentence. Let's practice masenka form in a sentence. So let's invite your friend to watch a movie. How do you say that? 映画を見ませんか? そうです。How about inviting someone to go to school with you? How would you say that? 学校に行きませんか? Let's use this word 一緒に together in a sentence and invite somebody to study with you. How would you say that? Yes, the sentence will be 一緒に勉強しませんか? 一緒に勉強しませんか? いいですね。This time, I want you to make masenka form with a brand new verb. 作ります。作ります means to make. So, how do you say, do you want to make dinner together? The word for dinner is 晩ご飯. And then please include this word 一緒に in your sentence. そうです。一緒に together 晩ご飯を作りませんか? そうです。How about this verb to start? It is 始めます。So, how do you say, do you want to start golfing together? Please try. 一緒にゴルフを始めませんか? 始めませんか? Another new verb is to wait. 待ちます。So, how do you say, do you want to wait at the cafe together? Okay, the sentence for that would be 一緒にカフェで待ちませんか? 待ちませんか? When making invitation in Japanese, the word order usually moves from the bigger picture to the more specific details. First, you mention the time, like today or Saturday, or a specific time. Then the place, such as park, 公園で or 映画館に. And finally, the activity like ピクニックをしませんか or 行きませんか. The word 一緒に together can be placed anywhere in the sentence, but just remember that it shouldn't go at the end of the sentence. When you invite someone to do something with you, it's common to check if they're available first. So a typical conversation might go like this. 金曜日にパーティーがあります。金曜日は忙しいですか? Are you busy on Friday? いいえ、忙しくないですよ. No, I'm not busy. And once you know the person is free, then you can extend your invitation. じゃあ一緒に行きませんか? And then if the person would love to go, then they would say, いいですね, sounds good. Or いいですよ, sure, I can do it. Or this word, ぜひ means by all means. So if you really, really want to go, you can say, ぜひお願いします. In Japanese culture, it can be considered harsh to say no directly when turning down an invitation. Instead, there are some polite phrases you can use to decline without being too direct. Here are a few options, like ちょっと. So this means a little bit. I personally think omitting the rest of the phrase is kind of silly, but it can be enough to get the message across to others. I prefer to say, すみません、明日はちょっと by saying 明日は meaning tomorrow is not so good. So I'm kind of giving the option that tomorrow is not going to work, but if it is the day after, it will work. So, kind of hinting something like that. Or I can say, すみません、ちょっと都合が悪くて。都合が悪い means I have a schedule conflict. You can also say, ちょっと用事があって。用事 means errand. So I have a little errand to run. Or you can say, 残念ですが、行けません. I can't go. 残念 is, it is unfortunate. So it is unfortunate, but I can't go. This word, 無理 means no way, no way. So if you really don't want to go, you can say 無理. The word 無理 in Japanese means impossible, unreasonable, or too difficult. It's often used to express that something is beyond one's ability or not feasible. So if somebody asks you for a date, じゃあデートしませんか? And if you really don't want to go, then you can say, 無理です. I would say, 無理無理無理. The word ぜひ means by all means or definitely, and it's perfect for expressing enthusiasm and excitement. You can use this word in your invitation sentences to make them sound more sincere and excited as well. For example, if someone invites you out, they might say, ぜひデートしませんか? Shall we go on a date? It's a great word to remember when you want to show how excited you are, and it's super handy when inviting people to do things. Let's practice the invitation form in a dialogue. And here is the situation. 土曜日にテニスをします. Now try inviting your friend. そうです。土曜日に一緒に テニスをしませんか？土曜日にテニスをしませんか？ Great! Now let's practice accepting the invitation. Yeah, you can say いいですね or いいですよ、ぜひ。Alright, next let's politely decline the invitation. Yeah, there are many ways to decline the invitation, but you can say 土曜日はちょっと or 土曜日は都合が悪くて Those are the phrases you can use to politely decline the invitation. Let's do one more dialogue practice. Here's the situation. 明日、日本に行きます。Now try inviting your friend to go with you. そうです。明日、日本に行きませんか？明日、一緒に日本に行きませんか？ Alright, please accept the invitation by all means. はい、ぜひ。And to politely decline, you can say many ways, but let's try one of those phrases that you know to decline the invitation. そうです。すみません。明日はちょっと。Or you can say, no way. 無理。Are you crazy? There's one more thing I should mention when inviting your friend for a cup of tea. In Japan, it's more common to use the verb する do verb when inviting someone for a casual chat over a non-alcoholic drink. For example, you can say お茶をしませんか? Shall we have tea? This phrase doesn't just mean drinking tea. It's often used to invite someone to hang out or have a relaxed chat over any non-alcoholic drink. On the other hand, if you say お茶を飲みませんか? Shall we drink tea? It's likely that you are offering someone a cup of tea that's being served at that moment, rather than suggesting a casual outing. Now you've learned how to make an invitation sentence. Start using it. You'll be surprised how many people will say yes, ぜひ to your invitation. To get started, why not invite me to study Japanese with you? Write your invitation sentence in the comments and let's see how I respond. それじゃあ、またね。さよなら。